Let me just keep it real with you. Grocery prices in 2025 are so disrespectful. Eggs are out here acting like luxury items. Snacks are like a splurge. And here we are just trying to feed our families without going broke or maxing out these credit cards. But let me tell you, you are not alone. I'm about to share with you 10 real tested budget saving tips that will keep your families fed. Even with prices going up, income staying the same, and these grocery stores doing the most, these tips are tried and true and will help you save money at the grocery store. If you've been wondering how to make it work, how to really stretch your grocery budget without going broke or maxing out credit cards, this is the video for you. Get whatever note-taking device you need, take all the notes you need to take, because we are about to save money on groceries together. Tip number 1, plan before you panic. Now, I already have an idea of what meals I'm going to cook before I even set foot in the grocery store. I look at what we already have and build from there. I like to call it shopping my kitchen first. You'd be surprised at how much food you already have sitting in your freezer, in your pantry, or in the deep recesses of your cabinet that no one ever checks. Tip number 2, work that store app. Now listen, if you don't have the grocery store apps downloaded onto your phone, you are missing out on free money. Digital coupons, clearance deals, even in-store promotions all live in that little app that's supposed to be on your phone. I have gotten free eggs from Kroger before because they send out best customer coupons, and oftentimes they will send me either a free dozen of eggs or free Pop-Tarts. But y'all know eggs are a luxury item right now, and I will take free any day of the week. But just think what I would be missing out on if I didn't have the Kroger app installed onto my phone. Tip number 3, buy less meat and stretch more meals. I love meat, but don't get me wrong, because meat is expensive. So whenever I do get it, I stretch it. 1 pound of turkey meat can turn into tacos, taco bowls, burritos, pasta bake. I add beans, veggies, rice, you name it, I'll add it. And that fills my family's bellies and they leave the table happy. Whenever I buy bacon, I cut it in half to make it stretch. Or if I buy ground beef to make burgers, I'll add lentils to the burgers, and those 4 to 5 burger patties that I would normally make without the lentils will stretch to about 8 or 9 hamburger patties. A little bit goes a long ways, plus I'm adding fiber to my family's diet. Tip number 4, don't sleep on frozen veggies or canned goods. Frozen veggies are a gift when you are trying to feed your family on a budget. Canned goods are too, because as y'all saw, I was able to get all those canned goods at Joe V's. They were 3 for $1. That is a stock up price. And if you haven't seen that video where I made 50 meals for $25, I will link that video in the description box. But frozen veggies are just as nutritious as fresh ones. And the best part about frozen veggies is they don't go bad in 3 days. They don't sit up in your crisper drawer and develop slime and all of that stuff, and you have to end up cleaning it out and throwing it. You might as well throw money away if you throwing those veggies away. Now, I keep frozen vegetables in my freezer at all times, especially when they go on sale. I like to stock up on frozen veggies. But these frozen vegetables make side dish staples, and I spend less time in the kitchen when I'm cooking my frozen vegetables. Now let's talk about canned goods, like canned tomatoes, canned corn. Those are always in my pantry. I use diced tomatoes for chili, spaghetti sauce. You name it, I'm using those diced tomatoes. And corn, that's just an easy go-to side that I use when I'm cooking dinner. You just throw that in the pot and it takes less than 5 minutes to cook. Now the real trick is in the seasoning. Season your canned goods. Like a can of green beans doesn't have to taste all plain and boring. All you have to do is add a packet of onion soup mix, sprinkle some pepper, maybe some red pepper flakes, chop up some Eckrich sausage, And there you have it, restaurant quality green beans from a can. Seasoning takes budget ingredients to a whole new level. So don't sleep on frozen vegetables or canned goods because they can save money in your budget and time in the kitchen. Tip number 5, embrace the clearance section. You ever walk past the little clearance rack in the bakery section at Walmart? Y'all, don't sleep on that clearance rack now. That's where I find the most deals on bread. Y'all, I found some keto bread. Y'all know how expensive that stuff is. I found some keto bread for $1, a whole loaf of keto bread for $1 one time. And the only reason why these bakery items are on clearance is because they are set to expire in 2 days. But what that means for you is to get in there, grab your bakery items, your bread, your rolls, and bring it home and freeze it. I like to get those French rolls or sub rolls, cut them in half, and make garlic bread out of them. I found them on clearance for 30 cents at Walmart. You cannot beat that with a stick. When I see stuff like that on clearance, I try to buy as much as I can and stick it in my freezer as soon as I get home. Another thing that I do is while I'm looking at clearance items, in my head, I'm already thinking about what meals can I create with this? What can I pair this with? I'm already thinking ahead on how I can use this clearance item. And if it's something that I know my family will eat, then I will buy as much as I can with the money that I have. Now at my Walmart, and I don't know if this is true for everyone's Walmart, but at my Walmart, they put rotisserie chicken on sale every morning, like a whole rotisserie chicken. And it's usually between $1.50 and $1.69 for a whole rotisserie chicken, y'all. Do you know what you can do with a whole rotisserie chicken? Do you know how much time you can save in the kitchen by getting that rotisserie chicken? So anytime I'm in Walmart in the wee hours of the morning and they have those rotisserie chickens out, I get as many as I can. But buying clearance items may seem like a small act, but these savings add up when you are trying to feed your family. We're talking cents on the dollar for something that usually costs triple. Tip number 6, make it from scratch when you can. Y'all ever looked at the price of pre-made pancake mix? Like, I'm not paying $4 or $5 for something that I can make for way cheaper than that with ingredients that I already have in my pantry. A little flour, an egg, a splash of milk, baking powder, a pinch of salt, and boom, there you have it. Homemade pancakes for less than $5. And it doesn't come with all of the preservatives that you would get in that box of pancakes for $5. Same thing goes for seasoning blends. One time I was standing in the store looking at some barbecue rubs, and that thing was like $10. And I'm like, wait a minute. I know I got all of these spices at home and I can make my own barbecue rub from scratch. And let me tell you, it hits every single time. And you know what? Sometimes going old school and making it from scratch is where it's at. Our grandmas and great grandmas didn't have all of these pre-made boxes or pre-made spices when they cooked back in the day. They made everything from scratch and they put a lot of love in their food. And we can do the same. It saves money, it stretches our ingredients, and you get to control the flavor. Now that's a win all the way around in my book. Tip number 7, feed your freezer. I call my garage freezer my secret weapon because it really is. Now sometimes when I cook, I don't just make enough for one meal. I double the recipe and freeze anything that's extra. That way when life starts lifing, or I'm too tired to cook, or I just have the urge to go to the drive-thru, I can just pull something out of my freezer, heat it up, and dinner is served. It's like having a little magic backup plan that saves my coins and my peace because I'm not spending all day in the kitchen. And you want to know what else I do? I freeze clearance meats, and as I mentioned earlier, clearance bakery items, even frozen rice or beans that I can throw into a meal. I will put that in a freezer bag so quick and stick it out there in that freezer. Now, oftentimes when I do buy fresh veggies, I chop those up, stick them in a freezer bag, and pull them out when I'm cooking a recipe that requires those chopped veggies. That's how I get my fresh veggies to last longer and not develop slime in that crisper drawer. And I label everything that goes into the freezer with a date. That way nothing goes to waste. I rotate the oldest dated item first, get that out of the way, and I just keep it moving. It's really all about buying and cooking in batches. Sometimes I'll take a Saturday, turn on some music, and just knock out a week's worth of freezer meals. Things like spaghettis, tacos, pre-made hamburger patties, baked ziti, you name it, I'm cooking it on a Saturday and I'm freezing it for the week ahead. That way I always have options through the week and I save time in the kitchen. Let me tell you, freezer prep have saved us many nights of overspending and just eating junk. It's how I keep my sanity, stick to my budget, and still feed my family food even on the craziest days. Tip number 8, bulk buy when it makes sense. Bulk shopping can actually save you money only if you use the food that you are buying in bulk. I learned from experience. There's no point in buying 20 pounds of rice only for it to sit in your pantry collecting bugs. So that's why I only bulk buy things that I know my family will eat. Things like snacks, coffee, bacon, chicken nuggets, things that are quick to throw together or things that are quick for them to grab. I bulk buy those items because I know it will get eaten before the expiration date. Now, when it comes to meat, I do buy in bulk when it's on sale and I know that I have space in my freezer. Now, if I don't have space, then I know I cannot get that meat no matter how cheap it is, because I won't have any space to put it. I have passed up some awesome deals on meat all because I didn't have space in my freezer. So what I do now is I have a small little space and it's designated for those times when I do find meat on sale and I want to get it when it's at its lowest price. I will bulk up on the meat and then I will stick it in that little corner in my freezer. And don't sleep on warehouse stores like Sam's or Costco, especially if you have a bigger family. I found 10-pound bags of chicken cheaper than what you would pay for 5 pounds at a regular grocery store. But here's the trick. Whenever I buy meat in bulk, I like to divide it up and place it in Ziploc bags and freeze it after I wash it, of course. But let's say, for instance, one bag of chicken have like 20 pieces of chicken. I know that in order for everyone to get full, we all eat 2 pieces of chicken a piece. So that's 10 pieces of chicken that I will stick in the Ziploc bag, and I will label it with the date. Then I will place it in the freezer, and then I will take another bag and add the other 10 pieces of chicken. That's 2 meals right there that I'm sticking in the freezer. So when I go to cook it, all I have to do is throw it out, season it up, and bake it. Another thing about buying in bulk is be sure to check out discount stores like Aldi or your local ethnic food store. Your money can go a long ways in those stores. One time I got a huge thing of cinnamon at this ethnic food store and it only cost me $2, but that cinnamon lasted forever and a day, let me tell you. Just remember, buying in bulk is a smart move only if it fits in your budget, fits in your space, and fits in your meal plan. Otherwise, it can turn into waste real quick. Tip number 9, get creative with leftovers. Leftovers don't have to be boring. They can be your budget's best friend. You just gotta get creative with them. That baked chicken from Sunday dinner, don't let it just sit in the back of your refrigerator growing mold. take that chicken and flip it into something else. Say for instance, Monday, I might take that same chicken, shred it up, add some mayo, mustard, relish, chop up some celery, and there you have it, chicken salad sandwiches. Or I can take that same chicken on Tuesday, shred it up, add some seasonings, saute some onions and peppers, and turn that into chicken tacos. And you've got a whole new meal that feels different from what y'all ate on Sunday. You can even turn that same chicken into a pot of soup with some frozen veggies, get you some noodles. This is perfect for those days when you want something warm and comforting and you don't have to cook it all from scratch. And let me tell you, your family will not even realize it's the same chicken from Sunday because you've switched up the flavors. The key is to treat leftovers like they are ingredients, not just reheated dishes. A little imagination goes a long ways. And this saves you time, energy, and most importantly, money. You've already cooked once. Don't let that effort go to waste. Stretch it, flip it, remix it. That's how we feed our families well without blowing the budget. Tip number 10, learn to say no at the store. Listen, it took me a long time to learn how to say nope, not this week. I used to feel guilty, especially when the kids were asked for something small like a box of cookies or some candy or something fun like a box of cereal. But I had to remind myself that just because it's on sale, it's not in the budget. And they also learned that same lesson. And there's a huge difference between a deal and a need, especially when you are struggling to make ends meet. When I grocery shop with my kids, I make it a teachable moment. I'll say, okay, here's our plan. We're only here for what's on the list and nothing extra. And I let them control the list. I will because I do everything on paper. I give them my list and I let them mark things off as we go through the store. So they understand if it's not on this list, then don't ask for it. We're not getting it. And if they do decide to grab something that's not on the list, I will ask them, is this a want or is this a need? 9 times out of 10, they will put that back because it is a want. And they don't want to spend their own money on the want. They want me to spend my money on the want. So when it comes to them spending their money, they will put it back with the quickness. And if they don't want to put it back, we'll talk about making room in the budgets. But they'll understand that if we get this, then we're going to have to put this box of cereal back. And then you can have this. Now, is it worth it? And they'll stand there and they'll think about it and they'll either put it back or they'll keep it and put something else back. It's not about being mean, it's about being mindful. I want them to grow up understanding that budgeting is not about deprivation. It's about choice. You're choosing what matters right now and not stressing about later. And honestly, your future self will thank you. Those little moments of discipline will add up and your kids will thank you when they get older. And let me tell you, the freedom that comes with sticking to your plan even when the deals are calling your name are so worth it. Because when you do have extra in the budget, you can treat your family without the guilt. And that is a blessing. You know, these past few years have taught me that the real magic is not just in our foods, it's how we make it stretch. It's in feeding our families. It's in finding creative ways to show up for our families, even when the prices are increasing and the world feels heavy. If any of these tips helped you out, drop a comment down below. Let me know, what are you doing to save money on groceries in 2025? We are in this together. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more down-to-earth tips on how to save money, how to feed your family on a budget, and doing it all with love. I've got more budget-friendly meals, meal planning ideas, and real life grocery hauls coming your way. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so that you are notified every time I upload a new video. As always, take care and I will see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.